All right. So I am horrible at stuff like this, doing like screaming tutorials and whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna give it my best. I'm gonna do a step by step on how to do my version of the false chord scream, which is just a false chord scream, but it's just how I do it. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a different sound or a different technique or little tweaks on how they do things that makes it just a little bit different and then, unique in their own, So the thing that helped me learn a lot was this guy runs a channel called Extreme Vocal Institute on YouTube, and there's another one called Cardivox Academy, and both of those are the ones that really showed me how to actually do screams. They're extremely helpful. They're the ones, if you're having trouble, they break it down in such an easy way to understand that it's just, you'd be going wrong not by looking at that, So this is basically how I do mine, and essentially what Extreme Vocal Institute teaches on how to do it. So a lot of people start out with that like heavy sigh sound, which is or like if you're frustrated, just I tried that in the beginning and it was a little too uncontrolled for me. So it didn't really work out, and I couldn't figure out how to morph it into something. The thing that really helped me was making like a throat clearing sound, and it's like that. You should feel it above your Adam's apple, the kind of like right at the place in the front of your neck where it bends down above your Adam's apple. If it's in your Adam's apple, it's too low, and you're probably using your actual vocal cords, and it's just not good. You shouldn't do that. So it's just just try not to focus too much on it and just make the noise, because you've done it so many times. You just don't realize that's what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? So you can hear how it just sounds like a false chord scream almost. Of course, that's because I'm more experienced in doing it and I know how to make the noise already. But, it sounds like a false chord scream because that's basically all it is. Just once you get that, you would just open up your mouth a little bit so it's and then you add a little bit of voice into it, which is kind of counterintuitive because you're really not supposed to, but you want the voice to shine through just a little bit for false chord screams. In my opinion, I think it sounds much, much better. So you got the basic, and then when you lean into it just a little bit more, is and it's essentially all it is. It just takes a lot of practice. And my throat's kind of dry right now, so it's not really working out and sounding exactly how it should be. And I'm probably pushing a little bit more hard than I would when I'm tracking, just because I'm trying to show it, and I don't have the regular effects and whatnot that I would on my voice when I'm trying to record stuff like this. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially it. I would recommend trying to get like a mid-range tone, just like with your regular speaking voice, just like I am now. That's where you really want to be sitting. You don't want to try and force yourself to go too low or too high and make your actual voice make that noise. It's not the right way to do it. So how it's just my regular speaking voice, there's not really tone in screams, but you can tell where it is. So my regular speaking voice, it would just get morphed from something like this into something like this. And this is how I would sound when I'm screaming. And then if I wanted to make it go a little bit lower, I would either curl your tongue a little bit or just close your mouth and back off the pressure. So it would go from something like this, and if I would curl my tongue, it goes from something like this. It makes a bit of a different sound. And then if you close your mouth some more, it would be something like this. And that's pretty much all it is. It took me about 2 or 3 years to really kind of figure out what the hell I was doing. And then once you get it, it's just like there. A lot of people need a lot of warm ups and stuff, and I've just never found that I need anything like that. I can just start screaming, just it's just that is what it is. Yeah, and then for the higher screams, really, you kind of want to be making like a E kind of like like open your face up like wide, you know, like try to shove a paper plate into your freaking mouth. So it's and yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I'm not the greatest at explaining stuff, but there's not a whole shitload of tutorials other than the ones that I mentioned. So yeah, good luck. I am the vocalist for Nihilitus, we pronounce it different. Slam band, that's a technical death metal band. A slam band called Sewer Whale. I'm starting another one called Mudbutt. Those are going to be both slam bands. We've got a like a MySpace revival deathcore thing that we're kind of working on. That one's going to be pretty sick. I do guest vocals and stuff and stuff for other people. But yeah, check us out and stay tuned for some music.